Hey guys, welcome to Daily DSA Practice and Shans this side. And the today question which we are practicing is the largest number. We have to create a largest number. So let's go through the question. The question is, given a list of non-negative integers number. So this is a input, non-negative integers array you would be given. Arrange them in such a way that they form the largest number and return the number in a string form. So input is 10, 2. So what we have to do is we have to arrange the number in such a way that they form the largest number. So we have arranged that in the form of 2, 10 and we have returned it in a string form. So it's 210 such that it is the largest, right? So what all the other numbers it can form? Let's say 10, 2. So but this is the largest one. So that's why this is the output. So this is the question. Right, and before looking into the answer and the approach, so as you all know, this is the approach which we have to follow, right, in an interview. So let's go with the first step, find the missing use case before even proceeding further, because interview will always give you the most simplest this use case, but we don't have to start logic building based on this simple use case. So let's go and first find missing use cases. This is very important in any interview. Okay, so we are given a number, right? So let's say what array we could be having. So it has given 10 to, let's say we will have 0, 0, because it's a non-negative integer. Whenever they return non-negative means 0 is possible. So that's what I come up with. Okay, if it is non-negative but 0, 0 is there, what should be the output here? So output should be 0, 0 or 0. Then interview will say that it's a 0, right? So output should be 0 in this case. Okay, understood. This is the first use case. What is the second other use case we can think of? So let's take this use case, 9, 98. So what would be the highest in this case? The highest in this case would be 998. Right, so here in this case would be 998 instead of 989, because 989 and 998. So this would be the highest. So this would be the output. So here if you see that, what I generally observing is, okay, when it's a 9 single digit, it would come first. That's what I am getting an intention. That's why I choose this one. But let me pick another example is, let's say I am picking an example is 3, 3, 4, right? So now if I go with the above one, okay, even if it is a single one, so both are 9 first initial. If I pick a single one, okay, I got here with this, means if I sort in increasing order, I am getting an answer. But what about this? If I sort an increasing order, 3, 3, 4, is 3, 3, 4 is the one, or it should be, if this go first, 34, 3, 3, 4, 3, which one is highest? Definitely this is the highest. So here if you see now if it is decreasing order, then I am getting an answer. So one thing it clarifies by the use case is this sorting increasing and decreasing just like this will not work, because in one use case, when I am doing an increasing order of the equal, that I am getting an answer, but in another use case, if I am doing a decreasing, then I am getting an answer, because 3 is higher than 3, 3, 4. Okay, so that is one thing which we can know, that direct increasing and decreasing will not work. Okay, so these are the different use cases which you have to think before even jumping into the logic. Because without this, if we start doing certain sorting and all, it might not work. So direct sorting will not work for sure. Okay, in this case we have to handle 0, 0, it should be return 0. Okay, so use cases I am pretty much good. What has to be done? Now let's go with the brute force approach. So now my second step is brute force approach. So let's say if 2, 10, 2, this is an array, then one brute force approach which comes to my mind is like all possible combination. Let's say if 10, 2 could be 10, 10 to 210, like all possible combinations which is possible, right? Similarly, let's say it's let's say 1 3 comma 2. This is an array, so all possible combination, let's say okay 1 3 2, 1 2 3, right? Then after that 3 3 2 1, 3 1 2, then with 2 1 3, 2 3 1. So right, if you see that all possible combination of this 3 I picked and take out the maximum one out of it. So can you tell me what is this time complexity? Trying an all possible combinations. So here we have a 3 and how many combination? 1 2 3 4 5 6, 3 factorial, right? So I think time complexity here would be n factorial. Okay. So this is the brute force approach, but we don't have to code for it. But one way is like we will come up with the all possible combination and pick out the one. But now let's say, can we little bit improve this one? So now let's go to the third part, efficient approach with time complexity. Now I am telling you the efficient approach. So efficient approach is little bit tricky, but very very simple to code. Even 4-5 lines of coding is sufficient for this question, but question is tricky. Now let's build out a efficient approach. So I told you, right, take this example 3 comma 34, right? So let's say this is my I and this is my J, right? So now we have to pick, okay, which one. So in this array, which one to pick first? Here either I put the same 334 or 34 3, which one to put, right? So we have to do a combination. So combination, if you see that, I have to check, okay, I plus J, and I need to compare it with J plus I. So I am just taking that it's an string. So if I consider it as a string, let's consider the IJ and JI, right? IJ and JI. So IJ is what? IJ is 334. JI is what? JI is 343. Which now I will do comparison. So based on that, which one is highest? If this is highest, means J should be first, I should be less. So in this case, J is bigger, 3 4, and I is should be second, 3. Correct? So similarly, the another example which I took was the increasing 998. Also take that one, 9,98. So see, IJ, JI. So this is I, this is J. IJ is what? 998. JI is what? 989. Now compare it. Which one should go first? So 998 is bigger. Yes, then it should be I go first and J should go second. Okay, so now you know that which one to go first, I or J. We are doing comparison based upon IJ and JI and doing a comparison. So this is our now comparator. If we build this comparator, then if we sort it, it's done, right? So let's take an example of this one. Let's say 3 comma 30 comma 34 comma 6 comma 9. Okay, now let's say this is your I and this is my J. So now first IJ is 330 and JI is 303. Which one is bigger? IJ is bigger. So I will not swap those. So now J will increment. Now in the second, I is 3, J is 34 and JI is 34, I is 3. Which one is bigger? JI is bigger, means J should go first. So I will do first swap, right? So when I will do first swap, so this will become 34, this will become 3. Okay, now my J become ahead. So now I is still this one. So I is 34, J is 6, J is 6, I is 34. Which one is bigger, 346 or 634? Definitely 634. So J should go first. So now again this will be my 6, this will be my 34. Now j will become this, right? So now again I is what? 6, j is 9, and this is 9, this is 6. Which one is? J is bigger. So again this will be your 9, this will be your 6. Now in the second iteration, now I will be this. Now this is my I, and now this will be your j. Again loop started. So now so this is the normal sorting, right? And this can be easily done through merge sort with n log n, right? You know, right, how it can be done through merge sort n log n, because the way I have explained you, it will look like a big O of n square, but it can be done easily through a merge sort. You know, right, merge sort. I'll quickly tell you that how it will be solved in a merge sort. 6, 9. So 3, 30, 34, 6, 9, 3, 30, 34, 6, 9, 3, 30. So first it will divide, and now you know that the comparator which we have done. So this is our comparator, right? So now in the merge sort, you know, right? So here we have 3, 30. So this is 3. This is 3. So this is 3. This is 3. Okay. Now we have a comparator, right? So in the list, so this list will get changed upon this. So now let's say this is I, this is j. So now just do a comparison. 330, 330 or 303. So if 330 is bigger, so we will keep it 330, right? So this will become like this. Now 330, this is my currently I, and this is another list. So list 1, list 2, and currently this is j. So now first compare the first one of this one, right? So which one should go first? So 334 or 343? So definitely 343, right? So 34 will be first here, right? So j will go to it's empty now, so it will just print, okay, 330. So after this 34330 will happen. So this will become changed to 34330 after this one. Now what will happen? 34330, and here 69 or 96? Definitely 96. So when it will go up using comparator, this will change to 9,6. And now ultimately this will go. So how it will go? 31 list is 34,330. Another list is 9,6. My I is here, j is here. So 34,9 or 934. Which one is bigger? Definitely 934. So my 9 will go first in an array. So j will increment it. 34,6 or 634. Definitely 634 will go first. So j will be first 6. Now after that this is finished. Only this is left. So it would be 34330. This is our answer. So you know, right? So the same sorting can be easily done through merge sort. So that's why I told that the merge sort time complexity would be n log n. And let's say this comparator which we are doing. This is a string comparison. 349 or 39. Let's say 349 or 934. So it's a string comparison. So it would be big O of whatever the largest comparison would be done. So right. So its overall time complexity is n log n for sorting, right? And for each one, we have to do comparison. So it would be comparison time complexity, and comparison time complexity is the biggest length of a string. Big O of the biggest length of comparison string, right? Or generally if you say that if it is constant, always 8, always 9, based upon the constant, so it will also become big O of 1. Okay, so you got it. So this is our efficient approach let's write a code for it. So we have a number. So here if you see that, what I am doing is I am first converting it to a string, because we have to return the string, and the number length could become very large, because the array we are appending it and returning it, right? So that's why we are taking it as an string. So I am taking the numbers, I am converting it to the string array, right, first, and I will also show you the merge sort logic internally which is there, so you will get more clear. So now I am just filling this up, converting each number into a string. So I have taken an array index which is currently starting from 0. So array index is less than equals to your, let's say, whatever the number array is there, number array dot length array index plus plus, right? So now here what I am doing is, so in the I am filling up the name string 0 of array index and string dot value of the number, right? So number of array index. So for each number I have now converted it to a string. Now I am doing what? Arrays dot sort. So sorting will be internally, it will be merge sort. I will show you to which one, number string array, right? Now I have to write a comparator, the comparator which I told you, right? So a comma b. So out of this two number, I am writing a comparator that b plus a, right? I plus j, right? So I am saying j plus I dot compare to, right, a plus b, right? So here what I have done is, I have done this, the bigger one I have kept at first. So if let's say 334, so let's say this is my a, this is my b, 334. So b plus a would be, because they are a string, it would be 343, and it is a plus b would be 334 compared to, so it will compare. So now you know, right, compare function will return three things, 0, 1 and -1. It will return 0 when it is equal, it return 1 when the first one, so b plus a compare, right? So when this is bigger, b plus a, it will return 1, -1 when the second one is bigger, right? So during the sorting I have given the comparator like this, right? So now if you go inside the sort method, and you will see that it is using merge sort, right? It is using merge sort and the comparator which we pass. So now let's go inside the merge sort. So now it is doing a merge sort. So here if you see that the comparator which is doing c dot compare the first 2 point, right? So whatever I have explained you during this one, while this, right, I, j, which one it will pick first and all. So that's the same thing it is also doing, right? So that's where how the comparator are used, and that's the only comparator which will now sort it. Now what we have to do is, we have to write a string builder, right? This is my result. Okay, so I am writing a string builder here, and it will concatenate everything. So here let me write this for I equals to 0, here nums string dot length, right? So the same I am using, and I am appending into result dot append nums string array of array index. Okay, so my result will now have the answer, but I told you that one use case you have to handle, right? What about the 0 0? It would return 0. So here I'll just say that while returning the result, I would say that the result dot character at 0, if it is equals to 0, then we have to return 0, otherwise we have to return result dot to string. Finish. That's the simplest code for it one. Only the thing which you have to know is this comparator. This is the only important part. Okay guys, that's the today's question, and keep practicing and let's keep growing. Okay guys, see you, bye.